Okay. Well, you saw what happened. And let me just... Oh, anyway, there you see Spike Ryan and King Ace. Great to see you on... Excuse me, got a little bit of gas. Great to see you both. And Sly Cooper as well as Carmelita. All right, let me just set this up here. Well, good news is it was just simply thankfully it was only the UFC 4 game and just the fact that and just the fighters were taken out. So thankfully I don't have to start completely over again, but we'll have to. But that's a bridge. Once again, I'll have to cross that bridge when I get to it. But thankfully I had a backup plan in case something like this happened. Not that I would want that to happen, but it did. And we are going into the Madden series, Season 17, Round 2. Okay, let me also get my pop-out chat. And I'm also going to share this with especially with the GMs that are still in play. I'm just sending a message to one of the GMs here. Oh, well, there's another one, and that's Jose Blanco. All right, there we go. Now we got this out. But yeah, so while I fixed the problem that I had with what happened, and oh, there's AJ, and that's another that's another. Oh, oh. If the Commanders are booked, I'm not going to stay for long. All right, well that's not a problem, but I do have a question for you. And given that you're the GM of the Washington Commanders, you are the lowest seeded team, and you have a free agent signing. The question is, Joshua James, on behalf of the Washington, I can't even talk. On behalf of the Washington Commanders, is there anybody that you want to sign? Now, you don't have to sign anybody. You could just simply choose to stand pat. That's perfectly fine. But I may as well show you who is available to be signed. So I just wanted to at least give you that option. All right. I'm happy you asked. So here we have in the free agent pool. Looks at King Ace. Looks at. Oh, that's you might know him better as Jordan Walker there, Jose. Yes, that's Jordan Walker, Zach Walker, whatever you want to call him. But he now goes under the name King Ace. So he just changed his name is what he did. All right, anyway, back to Joshua though. So you have Atticus Black at quarterback, but you already have a quarterback. And then you have Matt Storm at well, it says halfback, but it's really a running back. But you already have that. And then you also have another quarterback. Let's see. In Brandon Cuevas and Jamar. Good to see. Any linebackers? That's a good question. Let's see. I have Damian Shelley. Let's see. Mike Wasson. Bio. Okay. Well, there is one available. Someone add me. I'll add you, Atticus, if I can. All right, cool. Well, we'll get to that in a moment, but first, let's see. So the one person who can play linebacker just so happens to be Damian Shelley. So if you want, I can convert him from a kicker to a linebacker, and then just simply put him on what is it, on whichever linebacker position you would need him in, which I have no issue with. You'll take him? All right. Let me cross that out. Let me All right, so I got Damian Shelley. All right, so let me have him signed over to the Commanders. And there's still a number of people that still have free agent picks that they can use, so. All right, so Damian Shelley it will be. Excuse me. Yep, you're the best center in the league, in the game. Yep, that's absolutely right. You're cashing it in on Blue Toad Wrestling's women's world title with Sarah. Oh, you mean you want to give Sarah a shot at the title? All right. Absolutely, I have no issue with that. I have no issue with that. Okay. Well, obviously I'll have to do some editing behind the scenes when it comes to the realignment of this. I probably should have done this like as a side mode or as a side thing, but oh, of course. Okay, let's see, where's... Yeah, there's Damian Shelley. Oh, no. All right, let me see. Let me see where he ranks as far as, or who has the biggest need in terms of linebacker. Okay, left outside. I will convert him into a left outside linebacker, so we'll do that. And I'll adjust the stats as needed. Left outside. Let's see. And then Atticus says he'll... Okay, so you'll expand to tight end if you need to. All right, that's actually good to know. All right, so running back, tight end. All right. Preferably... And, of course, primetime is here. I'm very happy to see it. I'm happy to say that. I can't talk. Okay, so I need to increase his stats, which is what I have to do. That's the only bad thing about switching positions is that you have to... In fact, I think most of this will be just signings, like free agent signings. That's what this thing will be. Because the last thing I want to do is put them on the team and then they're not adequate enough to play. So that's what I want to do. But I'll leave this on for now. All right, so that's it for the Washington Commanders and their free agent signings. The next one would be, well, the Jets, they don't have any free agent signings, so we'll skip them. Next up is Primetime. Primetime, you actually have... You have a chance to sign a free agent if you wish. You don't have to. But if you do, who will it be? Let's go back to the free agent market. So after the Falcons, it'll be the Saints. Then the Jaguars have 2 free agent signings. Then the Dolphins with 1. The Cowboys have none. And Clinton has 1. Now, obviously, if someone who is a GM is not in the chat or is busy at work or something, then I'll just have to save it for later. But yeah, right now, Primetime, you are up. So let's see. So we have Atticus at quarterback, though he could also play running back or tight end. Even though you already have a quarterback, and although you could use a tight end or a running back. Then you also have... okay. So you have Atticus Black, Matt Storm, Brandon Cuevas, Mike Wasson. Then you have Biological and Brooklyn Joker. So you got how many people? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6 people that you have. Again, you don't have to use it. You can save it for later. Joker. Interesting. Okay. All right, Joker it will be. Let me put him down on here. All right, Brooklyn Joker. Oh yeah, let me put him on the Falcons. What am I doing? He's currently a center, although let me check to see how he stack up. Defensive line health. Well, he's an offensive lineman. I should mention that. Let's see. Oh no, I'm sorry. That's the Raiders. My bad. Falcons. Whoa. Okay, so he's a significant upgrade at center. But if you want me to convert him into a defensive lineman, I can still do that. But no, he's a pure upgrade to what you have. So, but that's your call there, Mr. Primetime. Keep him. All right, cool. All right, in that case, yeah, let me save. All right. Okay. All right, so we go back to that. Yeah, he'll definitely do some work with Blaze McCoy. All right, so the next person to possibly get a free agent signing, if they want to, they don't have to, that is Spike Ryan. So, Spike, if you wish to sign anybody, you're down to Atticus, Bio, Brandon Cuevas, Mike Wasson, and Matt Storm. But again, you could choose not to do that. You could choose to hold on to it and hope that by the time we get to the second round or the third round, there'll be more to choose from. Wait, Atticus? Oh. Oh dear, I think that might just there was one other person that expressed interest in Atticus, but you had the positioning, so I guess oh well. I mean, and then of course AJ not too happy about that. Oh, I put him on the wrong team, damn it. Never mind then. Oh shit. All right. Well, you could always take it. You could always take it back then. You could always take it back. Wait, where's? Okay, where did I put? Oh, I forgot Atticus. I put him back. All right. Did? Yeah, it kind of seems like that. All right. Let me go. Let me put him back up. There. Okay. let's see. If you were looking for a quarterback, the only other one that's available is the other Brandon, the OG Brandon. Let's see what Brandon or Spike Ryan says. Cuevas, all right. I don't think he'll be. I don't think he'll mind. And okay. Oh, sorry, not the Raiders. I meant the Saints. What am I doing? Hey, Gregory, what's up, man? How you doing? And I imagine, Spike Ryan, that and let me see. Let me check to see. Yeah, oh yeah, he's a definite upgrade from Derek Carr. Is Brandon Cuevas. 2K crashed on you, so you restarted? Wait, what happened then? When you say it crashed, did it just like... I'm confused. What's happening with me again? Well, Spike Ryan originally picked you, and then he backtracked, and then he picked Brandon. Oh! Yeah, that's the thing. It always does that when you have too many ringside managers. It always does that. It's so weird. But anyway. Okay. I'm just writing this stuff down. Okay. Oh yeah, let me... All right. But yeah, that just sucks though, man. How that worked. All right, let me save here. But yeah, I did not know that. Okay. And then next up is Jacksonville Jaguars with not one but two free agent picks. There's 4 people left, although I don't know who they're going to choose. Now, of course, Jacksonville does have a center, though obviously Bio can play any of the other offensive line positions if they need to, or they can get a right guard. Go through the options, please. Well, hey, maybe because that's what they are. They are good. Oh. When you say go through the options, do you mean like go through the positions that your team may need? If that's what you mean, I can do that for you. And if that's the case, I'll look for him. So you still have Trevor Lawrence. Obviously, this was when he was in his sophomore season. Okay, so that's what it was. Let's see. Halfback, you're doing pretty well with Travis Etienne. Though some teams do use more than one running back, especially when it comes to the... Oh, okay. Then the remaining free agents. All right. Okay. Oh, wide receiver. Well, outside of Christian Kirk and Jose Blanco, actually you're doing pretty good on the wide receiver part. You have Evan Ingram. And then Cam Robinson, not bad. Although left guard leaves a little bit to be desired. You have Jordan Walker. You still have at the time Brandon Sheriff and Antoine Harrison, not bad. And then of course you have Chamblee at right defensive end. Although defensive tackle could use some work. Let's see, you have Jamar, so you're good there. And you have middle linebacker sewn up, that's good. And right outside linebacker. And cornerbacks, that's good. Free safety's good. And strong safety, okay, but and then kicker probably would be a bit of a concern, but not as big as, say, what was it? Left guard. Okay. So now that you saw what you might need, let's go back to the free agent market. And while I do that, you trust Brandon McManus? All right. Give me a moment. I'm gonna turn up the air conditioning a little bit. BRB. Okay. Now, even though you have 2 free agent picks, you don't have to use both of them. You can keep one and use. You could use one and keep one, or you can keep both or use them both. Just let me know. All right. So here are the final ones. You have Atticus, Bio, Mike Wasson, Matt Storm, and just because that's where their positions are currently, I could always change it to what you need to one that you may need. Let's see. Hey, what's up, bro? What's up, Joker? Let's see. And then AJ's like, you need one on tight end? Okay. Let's see, tight end. Well, basically that would be anybody but biological. Biological's really the only one that you couldn't turn into a tight end because he's a big guy. He says he knows that AJ wants Atticus, so you could probably, then it's down to Mike Wasson or Matt Storm. And then King Ace and then of course King Ace is like, give me the Hulk. Oh, Wasson. Yes, Wasson. Okay, so in that case, I'll have to turn him into a... Oh, no, wait, not the Raiders. I meant the Jaguars. All right. That still leaves one other position, though. Oh, yeah. And if we don't get a game today just because of all the editing and all that stuff that we have to do, or I have to do, I can still do another show here. Well, that could happen though. That could happen. That in your case, Leo, you don't have to because, well, you traded away your free agent pick, so you don't even have any. So you can't even do that. But it's all good though. You have You have a really good team. You have a quarterback. You have a left outside linebacker. You have a left tackle in Dragonheart, and you have a tight end. Man, you got a good team. Okay, so you'll just keep your other pick. All right, I will honor that. So let me just cross out the 2, and you have 1. All right, cool. And then I just need to turn him into a tight end. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me look at the... It says, if Ace and AJ both want me, they could always have a fun exhibition game to see who gets you. That could happen. However, AJ is the... what is it? The GM, whereas Ace is just purely a player. But if he wants to become a GM next year, he can. Yeah, I was about to say, no, he's not a GM this year, but if he wants to be next year, I can do that. I can put him on as a GM, and he would just simply tell me which team available, of the teams available that he wants to be on. But, yeah. All right. Oh, one other thing I need to do. I need to go over to the Jacksonville Jaguars and turn them into a tight end. Really quickly. Watching Halloween Havoc. Oh, okay, so I'll have to do that off camera then. But yeah, like I said, if we don't get a game, then I'll just go to another game or stream another game. It's not a problem. Okay. We put the... I'm just also writing this down on my piece of paper, so it's as a tight end. Okay. Well, AJ, up next. AJ is up next for the Dolphins to make his free agent signing. There's three people left. Who will it be? Is it who I think it will be? Oh, right. Let me go over to the Dolphins. What am I doing? There we go. You choose Atticus. Okay. Do you choose him as your quarterback, or do you want to convert him into a tight end? Or actually, no, you have a tight end. I'm sorry. Or running back, or keep him at quarterback is what I was trying to say. I can't talk. How good is Tua? Yes, I saw your comment there, Leo. I just said that no, you don't have to pick anybody. I just said that. Oh, all right. Well, let's take a look then. Let me go over to. You have no more free agent picks left. You just used it on Damian Shelley, if you remember. So that's all the free agent picks you have. So in other words, you're good there, Mr. Joshua James. Okay. Oh, a. So Tua is an 88. Yep, that's absolutely right there, Joshua. Anyway, so yeah, Tua is an 88. Most of the players that I have, or created players, are an 87. But that's a 1-point differential, though. I thought that Shelley was a part of Joker's team. He was, but then Joker's team got eliminated, and they hit the free agent market. Hence the reason we're doing our free agent signings at this point. But yeah, your brother's team got eliminated is what happened, though. Oh, running back into... All right, let's take a look here. Okay, there is definitely some room when it comes to the running backs, or halfbacks as they're called. And at tight end, well, you actually have me as a tight end, so if there was any place to be, it would be as a halfback, or a running back as they call. All right. Well, that's what Atticus says, but what do you think, AJ? At the end, you have to make that decision. I think the choice is clear. Okay. I will do that. That means I'll have to do some of this off camera, but that's okay. Okay. Oh, and as for Joker, Joker was picked up by Primetime on behalf of the Atlanta Falcons. So now he works for Primetime now with the Falcons. Although he is with Blaze McCoy this time around. All right, so let me put. So Atticus at running back. There we go. But yeah, Joker got picked up by Primetime and the Falcons, so now he's with the Falcons now. So that just leaves Bio and Matt Storm available for the next free agent period. As, let's see, we have 1, 2, oh. And then the last team was going to be Clinton, although I don't see Clinton in there. Do the running backs have different styles like the QBs do? No, not necessarily. I mean, because I know that QBs come in 2 or 3 styles. They come in pocket, scrambling, and balanced, but they don't do the same thing for running backs though, which is weird because you would think that they have, but they hadn't. Or maybe they did in the older games, but not in the newer ones, apparently. Although that would be cool if they did. You're still with the Jets, Leo. You're still with the New York Jets, and your team actually won their game, so you're still in you're still in the hunt, my friend. Oh, right. Let me make this free agent signing of. Let me do this really quick. No, not the Raiders. Oh, your weight? Mm. And hey, what's up, Logan? Back to the. Okay, where is he? Oh, there he is. You're currently at 215. Although I can, I'll edit you really quickly just so I can put you as a halfback and also, hey, what's up, Azriel? How's it going, man? So you currently weigh at 215, although 245. All right, understood. All right, let me also edit the information in my Excel sheet, but 245. Let's see what that does. Oh. Hey. Ooh, okay. Ooh, that's actually pretty good. Okay. All right, pretty good. All right, let me save this really quick. And also, hey, what's up, Patty? Let's see. Oh, check your DM? Huh? Well, all right, so that's well, let's see. Have I had my round 2 game yet? No, you have not. And let's see, the last person is Clinton, although I haven't seen him. In fact, I didn't see him when we had the draft, and I haven't seen him outside of a few times, so hopefully Clinton's all right. Who knows? He might be at work or something. Well, if that's the case, I'll just have to hold off until next time. I kind of figured that's what it was. I just didn't want to assume, but it probably was. Okay. Oh yes. I didn't want to spoil it, but there is a super card going up for cyberspace, and it's called Solar Slam. AJ is there too. Yep. But yeah, AJ is planning on doing a super show for the purpose of Cyberspace Federation, and that will happen after the show that was named by Atticus, Royal Retribution. That's when it will take place, after Royal Retribution has occurred. So we'll get to that. So that being said, let's see. Of the teams that have looking forward to it, awesome. All right, let me see. Well, I'm not going to play anybody whose players need to be edited, so I'm not going to do that. Yes, it's in. Well, no, it's not in cyberspace. It's after. How do I put this? Solar Slam will take place in cyberspace, but not Royal Retribution. That's BTW. Okay. But yeah, I still have to edit all the other people, like your, Damian Shelley's, who all. I mean, I know you don't, but what about the other ones? Just out of fairness. Let me see. So the Commanders and the Packers. Okay. Can't do that. And then the Cowboys didn't sign anybody, and the. Okay, so so the first game I can do is the Cowboys or the Jets at the Cowboys. I can do that. No, it's not the Royal Rumble. That's the Superstar Rumble. And according to Spike Ryan, Finn, Raquel, and Carlito are sidelined. Oh, dear. But no, it's supposed to be a knockoff name for Payback. Absolutely. All right, so Clinton just confirmed that he is at work. So, but that's why I did a part 1, because I knew that I would have to do some editing off camera. All right. That's right. You traded it to Jose, so that's why you didn't have any free agent picks, because you wanted to get Blade Charge and you got him. So let's find out if that trade paid off, as it will be the Cowboys hosting the New York Jets. Yep. And it was royal because of the Mushroom Kingdom, and it was during the King and Queen of the Ring tournament. And Retribution as a play on Payback. I can't talk. So I got to give bonus brownie points to Atticus, and to give. And good thing someone reminded me of this. So let me do this really quick too. Oh yeah, you said that you wanted Sarah to have a shot at the BTW title. That's perfectly fine. The match I had scheduled already was between the new champion Mitty and former champion Jen. Would you like for Sarah to face off against the winner, or I'm trying to. But we'll see what Atticus says, though. But in the meantime, we're going to get to see Azrael Black. She can face the winner. All right, cool. So that just means that we'll defer. So I'm cool with that, too. So we have the Cowboys and the Jets. These are two teams that normally don't get to meet each other, but in this case, they will get to. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The Cowboys host. My bad. So we're going to find out who moves on and who is done. Would you like to continue? Yes, of course. And I'll let those who are not in the chat know, but well, that is absolutely true what AJ said when he was making the card. Okay. DJ, if I can, I want my blue uniform. Oh, you mean for the Cowboys? It's always different with, like, because in Madden 20, they always wore white.
Today,
but then in 22, they always wore blue. And now it looks like they're wearing white. Oh, I get it, because they're at home. Oh, no, wait. Hang on a second. It's always, like, I wish they gave you the opportunity to change the jersey color, like, in this game. Like, for exhibition and whatnot. I wish they allowed you to do that. But apparently, it looks like it's white on white.
Cowboys taking on the New York Jets.
That's the first time I've ever seen white on white. Well, the color white, that is.
In the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open.
Yeah, but obviously, if I could, I'd have changed one of them, and I would have given you your blue uniform.
We've got a pretty good one on tap here.
And there's King A saying, "My old team."
Taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
And then AJ says, "TJ, Dallas always wears white at home." Yeah, they always do. Although, strangely enough, they didn't do that when they faced off against the Lions. Which was kind of weird because I thought that they would, but they didn't. All right.
Set for football now at AT&T Stadium.
All right, so I'll go through the roster in just a moment. Well, thankfully, we can easily tell who's who based on their shin guards, with Dallas wearing the blue shin guards and the Jets wearing the green.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get
all right, so we're going to start with the Jets. So I guess I'll go over who's with the Jets. So you have Elmeister, who is the quarterback. Made a lot of plays to give his team the win. But also on offense, you have Leo Angel, the GM, but also the center of the offensive line. At offensive tackle is Gregory Blakely, a.k.a. Dragonheart. And at tight end is Alex Ghost. And the lone defensive player is James Garcia. So that's who's on the Jets. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they have at quarterback Asriel Black. They have Blaycharge at linebacker. They have Patty Chase at punter/kicker. And Ram at wide receiver. And of course, Blaycharge is a notable addition because he was acquired via a trade. And that trade resulted in the Jaguars getting 2 free agent signings, and they still have one under their name.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing
but the guy that they did get was Blaycharge, and somebody who could help them as far as their linebacking core. Let's see if that happens. Well, even though he didn't get an interception, I imagine his presence made it much tougher for Elmeister to get anything going. So now Dallas will be up in just a few moments. There you see Atticus's brother, Azriel, number 32, Azriel Black.
Cavante Turpin deep for the Cowboys.
And there you see Turpin before he was promoted to the starting lineup a year later. And they'll start at the 24. All right, so as the Cowboys take the field, I'll start letting those who are in the game know, starting with play charge.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
All right, fakes the handoff and goes long. What a throw and what a catch by CeeDee Lamb.
That goes for a gain of 31.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here.
I mean, that was just a great throw. The only thing I remembered was that Azriel Black is a lefty. He's actually one of two people that are lefties, the other being
because when this combination is going good,
Carol Parks. Carol Parks is the other left-handed quarterback, or left-handed player, I should say. Excuse me.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Azriel with another throw.
The out route incomplete. That's Ferguson.
I mean, one thing that's going to make it easy for him is the fact that the Jets have their dark green helmets, and of course the Dallas Stars have the stars. The Dallas Cowboys have the stars, excuse me. This is not hockey.
In the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Okay, we get Rem.
Throwing on first down.
And intercepted!
But it's intercepted.
And of course, Azriel was quick enough to stop Clark from going all the way to the house, but Clark with a big interception. Oh, he was trying to get it to, who was it? He was trying to get to CeeDee Lamb, but he didn't get it. Well, first I still have to edit, even though, all right, how do I put this? So you got Atticus Black as a running back, but your opponent, let me see. Let me check one more time. Okay, the Falcons and Dolphins. Okay, so I have to edit Brooklyn Joker, or actually no, I don't have to edit Brooklyn Joker. What am I talking about? Okay. Well, you know what? How about this? We can do that game after this one. We'll do that. We'll do it after this one.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run
after this one, then. Thankfully, because Brooklyn Joker stayed in the same position he was before, so thank goodness I did not have to edit him. And then Atticus actually did pretty well, or is not low-leveled, so not to say that's a bad thing, but he's actually highly leveled given his change to running back, so that might actually do pretty well. So in other words, yes, it can happen. All right, so 1st and 10. They hand it off. They get it to Breece Hall, and, well, they get him down. 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
I want to say you have at least one ring, and that was when, oh yeah, that was during the Battle Royal season that we did, the one that resulted in the New York Giants taking on the Kansas City Chiefs, and you ended up on the Chiefs, and you won a ring with them. So, yeah, you got to be with Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill when he was still with the team. So, yeah, you have at least one ring. You have one ring, my friend.
Now they'll switch it up here and
oh, no, wait.
And that is incomplete.
Nope, incomplete. For a moment, I thought he caught it or it was intercepted, but it was not.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only
there we go.
surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
All right, 2nd and 10 for the Jets. And for Dallas, they just have to find a way to get the ball back.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And Hall gets about 3 yards in a cloud of dust.
Pretty good little two-play sequence.
All right, let me get.
You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
I want to say Dragonheart is still in the chat.
They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
But I'll let Alex know.
To the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. He'll look to throw.
And gets the pass off. And gets inside the 20 at the 16.
Gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Oh.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Are my Rams out? Well, Ram, you're with the Dallas Cowboys. Although if you want to be a GM for the Los Angeles Rams for next season, we could do that. If you're interested, I'll let you think about it. But right now, you're on the Dallas Cowboys.
Over the middle, it's complete. He's down inside the 10.
Well, they got it down to the 8-yard line with the 2nd and 2.
Eighth play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
But in reality, though, it was Azrael Black as the GM that drafted you to his team. Okay, so you are interested. All right, I'll put your name down.
After one.
Where did I put? Oh yeah.
The Jets with the football here to start the
And since nobody has taken the Los Angeles Rams, I'll put you down for that team. All right, Los Angeles Rams. There we go. All right, I got you there. And Elmeister getting chased out of the pocket. Well, he doesn't get to the end zone, but he does get a first down.
They let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
Well,
as he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain. So when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the
well, you would start with the Rams, but if your team gets eliminated, somebody else can pick you up from the free agent market and put you on their team. Or you could win, or you win and you start building your team that way. And it looks like we have a no gain for Breece Hall. I'll tell you what, though, if the Cowboys can limit it to a field goal, that's going to give them momentum, I imagine. Yeah, that was Robert Saleh before he got the axe. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think, oh yeah, that's right, he was hired. I forget if he was hired as a coordinator defensively or offensively. I think he was hired not that long ago by the Packers and Matt LaFleur. So now Saleh now works for him. I just forget, but in what capacity, whether he's an advisor or if he's in a positional coach type deal. But what the deal is that the Jets score a touchdown, and I will say this though, these are not the same Jets that we're used to seeing, and that's being one of the worst teams in the league. So the Jets are doing something that we haven't seen since the Joe Namath days, and that's dominate.
Presented himself.
especially
No reason
peak
to wait. Go ahead
Joe
and put it on
Namath.
him and score a touchdown.
Anyway, nice
Now
catch there
Greg
by
Zuerlein
Wilson.
on for the extra point.
Oh, yeah.
He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab.
And then Ram says, that's what I was thinking. Yep.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
All right, well, now it's up to the Dallas Cowboys to respond after giving up that interception. And they'll start at the 25.
Second drive forthcoming here for
And
the
then,
Dallas
of course,
Cowboys.
Leo is still in the chat,
Interception
but now the
first
only other
time they
person
had
I need
the
to get
football.
is
Wound up leading to a
Elmeister.
touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this one is
And-
gonna be off the mark, too far
And
out
an
in front.
incompletion.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work
There we go.
defensively. They've
All right,
now
so that's
allowed a
all
lot of
the
receivers to run free.
people I need to
And
let
there's another
know.
example, another incompletion.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
All right, so 7 and 0 at this point.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7. Pass to
And
30 to the
not a bad
32.
run. He got 7 yards out of that.
That was a
3rd
really
and
nice
3,
run there to
much
bring
more
up 3rd
manageable
and
in this
short.
case.
After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Off the play fake.
Fakes the handoff.
Black.
And they get the completion, and they get to the 49-yard line with Ferguson.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down. And
Yeah,
then some.
nice route running. And 56 does get him down, but not after the fact that Ferguson got it. So that was Williams who tackled him. All right, so 49 yards down. Another completion short of a 1st down, but it's 2nd and 1. Once again to CD Lamb.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd.
Fakes the
down.
handoff.
Ahead of schedule.
Goes long,
Now throw right
but
side here, gonna be
out of
incomplete.
bounds.
That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe
You know,
he tried to
one
force
of
it
the
in
things
there.
that the Dallas Cowboys need to do, like out of character, is they got to put some shade, especially when the sun is in their view. Because that could be a hindrance, not just to the Cowboys, but to their opponents as well. Well, this time they run it, and it was a much better idea. But now it's a 2-minute warning, and at the end, and at this point, it is 7-0 New York. 1st and 10 at the 36. Of course, the Cowboys are not out of this, not by a long shot. Especially when they have Azriel at the helm.
Looking to throw.
Azriel gets the completion and gets enough for a 1st down.
past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A good-looking drive for
And he got it, and he got it to who else? His quote-unquote son, Ram. Yes, Ram got his first reception as a Cowboy. I imagine his mama, Patty, is very proud. And I imagine Patty's just as proud with Ferguson. I'll say this though, I was not expecting Ferguson to do so well, but Ferguson got a couple of first downs. That's his. I mean, he had at least one first down. I'm not sure what his first catch was, but that's his second at least. So that will put the Cowboys in position to strike back. Yep, Patty saying nice catch, Ram.
Now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9.
Going right back to Ferguson.
And once again, Ferguson stepping up his game.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
All right, so 2nd and goal at the 2, and the Cowboys will take a timeout. For Dallas, this is important. If they can get a touchdown, then it's a new game, and we'll find out what happens after that. But if you're the Jets, if you can limit it to a field goal or nothing at all, you'll have the momentum. Although in this case, Pollard, who was still with the team at the time, gets it in, and Pollard punches it in for a touchdown. And of course, Elmeister in disbelief of the fact that the defense couldn't stop him.
But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Oh, okay. See, I knew you had at least 2 with the Cowboys, but now that yes, you did have one with the Los Angeles Rams at one point, and that was when we were featuring 4 teams, the 4 teams that made it to the Conference Championship and the Super Bowl, when we were just featuring those 2 teams. So yeah, that is true. But Dallas has tied it up.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
All right, so they kick it away, and
return. Here comes Randall Cobb.
And it's Randall Cobb that returns it to the 24. Now, of course, the Jets have about 54 seconds in order to score something. If they can get down the field and get close enough for a field goal, I imagine that's what they'll try to do, if not a touchdown. And obviously, if you're Dallas, the last thing you want to do is give up a big play and give the Jets the momentum that they're going to need if they want to get in and get out of Dallas with a win. Let's find out. 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Elmeister. Well, he does get the completion, but he only gets 1 yard out of that. And even though it was to Alan Lazard, he was forced out of bounds, so that stops the clock. That's the only good that came out of that. But aside from that, they didn't get very much. But if you're Dallas, you'll take those anytime. Hopefully we'll get a word from Azriel. Well, Lazard does get the completion and a timeout used up. But hopefully we'll get a word from Atticus or Patty on the fact that Dallas was able to respond the way they did.
from the 36 now. 1st and 10. Back to throw here.
And ooh!
Mark behind him, incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him.
For a moment, though, I thought, because he hit his own guy, but that could have been caught, but that could have resulted in a tackle for loss or a minimum gain. But instead, it's 2nd and 10 and a loss of a down.
They'll look to throw again.
Meister going for it
Able to complete this one.
and gets another completion and another timeout used up. But now the Jets are down to 1 timeout. He gets it to Conklin, the tight end for the Jets. 33 seconds left. 1st and 10 at the 48.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Again,
and Elmeister,
this pass
well, another completion, but for 5 yards.
And it'll be 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have.
And another timeout used up.
It out to the back on, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. They'll stick with the passing game.
And another completion. Wow.
Oh, he's brought down. Remember here, no timeouts left.
Well, even though they got the completion, they got it to Alex Ghost, but they don't have any timeouts. That was terrible timeout management, and they don't even get a play off. Anyway, and then Patty says we need to get the ball back and get more TDs. Absolutely. But the Jets, they fumbled the ball. Anyway, I play the same whether I'm ahead or responding to a score. You don't let yourself succumb to the pressure. Win or lose, we do it as a team. Hey, that's a good response there by the leader. Not just on offense, but really the leader of the team. Well, the defense did just enough to prevent a score prior to the half. I mean, really, that was just a misplay on the part of the coaching staff for the Jets, that they didn't keep a timeout when they absolutely could have used it. But by not doing that, they left points on the board. And Dallas is going to receive the ball to start the 2nd half, so Dallas has a chance to score off of this. So yes, they do get the ball back, though. But one thing that Dallas also has to do is not commit turnovers. They cannot turn the ball over much in the same way that they did early in the game, because if they do, the Jets can just take advantage and they can escape with the win.
First here in this 3rd quarter. Well, the 1st half very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the 3rd quarter, curious to see what the 2nd half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the
And welcome back, Primetime.
They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
On 1st and 10.
Oh, not a problem, Primetime.
It's hauled in
Well,
by Brandon Cooks.
Nice catch there by Brandon Cooks when, Brandon Cooks got the reception there for 6 yards, so it's 2nd and 4. And he went out of bounds to stop the clock. 2nd and 4 at the 30.
Ball was delivered and picked up the completion.
They hand it off.
Not much room here,
and he gets a no gain, or gets about maybe 1 or 2 yards, but not very much. 3rd and 3.
He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Black.
And once again to Ferguson.
Taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 9 yards.
Well, I have to say, Atticus, you got to be. I imagine, Atticus, you're very, very happy with Mr. Ferguson.
And was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
I mean, Ferguson is one of those guys that, yeah, he's not the fastest guy, but he's very hard to take down. Especially when he has the ball. That it takes about maybe it takes about 2 or 3 guys to take him down for the moment. They hand it off. And what a hole!
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across.
And he got it to Vaughn and a first down.
13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
And of course, Robert Saleh not too happy with that execution on defense.
And then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes.
Oh, I'm sorry, Azriel. Why did I say Atticus? I'm so stupid. Azriel. I imagine you're very happy with Mr. Ferguson.
Now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Apparently my brain is in Miami, so.
Looking to throw. Black.
Ooh, almost got picked off by Sauce Gardner, number 1. I mean, Sauce did that in the previous game that they had against the Carolina Panthers, and obviously Atticus didn't forget that.
And find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
All right, 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Black. A short one there.
This time he gets it. He got it to Ferguson, and they get 5 yards on that one.
Not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take what you can get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Oh yeah, he's been a Cowboys fan for quite a long time.
3rd and 5.
3rd and 5.
Back to throw.
And another completion. To who else? Ferguson. 7 receptions. 90 yards.
And that's well executed there on 3rd
And Saleh just having a bit of a meltdown, wondering, can you guys stop Ferguson? Can you get to Azriel Black, or could you do something? I mean, that's probably what he's trying to tell his team. I mean, he was a defensive coordinator, so he's a defensive-minded coach.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st
Pollard
down.
with a run, and wait, what happened here? Uh-oh. We got an injury, and it was to Steele for the Cowboys. But I imagine Steele's getting helped out.
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 5.
But we'll have to monitor what happens to Steele, but that might open things up for the defense. But nope, this time well defended by the Jets.
It's 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another.
And I believe that was Whitehead who made the play. All right, 3rd and 5. This is a big conversion that they'll need. And a big stop for the Jets too. But in this case, for a moment I thought they had it, but he dropped it. Or actually it was just jarred out by Sauce Gardner, number 1. Ahmed Sauce Gardner.
There was no space available.
Yeah, they have nice defense. Let's see. I would probably challenge that. Because he had possession of it. But instead, they're going to bring out Patty. Patty's coming in. Let's see if she gets this. She kicks it. And Patty comes through. Patty scores 3 points. You can easily tell that's Patty by the fact that she has the classic helmet.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the third quarter.
Well, now it's up to Dallas to try to stop the Jets.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away.
All right, so they get the stop at the 25, and that's where the Jets are going to start.
So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
All right. 1st and 10 at the 25.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
And Elmeister.
He finds Randall Cobb with a completion.
Oh, Randall Cobb with a catch.
Nothing to speak of there after the catch as they get him right to the ground at the 37.
So they get to the 37.
Start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice breaking route.
Oh, that takes a whole other meeting. I know, but I'm trying to keep it PG, folks. But she does like to kick field goals there.
Hall ought to give up the middle.
And Hall gets about 2 yards on that one.
2nd and 8 coming up. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
This is 2nd and 8.
They hand it off, but Dallas was anticipating a run. And of course, the guy that led the charge to stop the run, who else? Blaycharge. Well, I got to say, Asriel, you made the right call because Blaycharge was there. He was there. He was ready to stop the run, and he did. So I have to say you made the right call. There you see Blaycharge, number 36, and even though he's not the leader of the defense, he's taking charge in more than one sense. And, well, that time Elmeister was able to escape, and he got it to, who else? Alex Ghost.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight
And that's
end,
his third reception for 49 yards.
Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They hand it off.
And he's going to take this ahead.
And he gets about 5. He gets 3 yards though.
2nd down.
Well,
Jonathan Hankins.
Well, the Jets are doing pretty well, mixing and matching when it comes to deciding whether to run or whether to pass. So it is keeping the Cowboys honest. But that's going to do it for the third quarter, and at the end of 3, it is 10-7 Dallas.
On this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Second and 7. Out of of the gun. They run it with Hall.
And they run it, and Hall finally breaks through, and he gets it to the 34.
48 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, partner, I know this type of
You're watching the Madden series on television? Awesome.
Usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
My Switch is connected to the TV and you're texting on your phone. Aww.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw, and he'll find Hall.
Well, another, this time a pass to Breece Hall, and he gets 8 yards on that.
Just about every quarterback is trained to
I'll tell you one thing, the Jets have proven that they can move down the field.
And in this case, that's exactly what he did.
I mean, if you're Dallas, you got to find a way to slow him down, if not force him into a field goal at this point.
They'll give to Hall.
Although that time they got him, they lost a yard.
They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3
and it was Clark who got him.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Stream is on TV, and you're using the phone to chat. Awesome. I appreciate it. All right, so 3rd and 3. It looks like they're going to go for a run. They fake the run, but instead, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. What a big play there by DeMarcus Lawrence. Well, oh, he didn't just get the ball. He got the quarterback before he could even make a play.
Make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this.
And while that was happening, Blade Charge was blocking a larger man. I'll tell you one thing, Blade Charge is a lot stronger than we gave him credit for, because he was blocking a defensive lineman, and he's a linebacker.
On the left hash, officially it's called
all right,
51-yard attempt.
Let's see if they get this one. They do not.
Gonna get there.
So the Jets don't even get a field goal, and as a result, the Cowboys stop him cold. Oh, that was a bad kick. And if you're Robert Saleh, you're like, bro, we were so close to possibly taking the lead with a touchdown, and yet we got nothing to show for it. I imagine he has got to be upset. Why would he not be?
What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away.
But on the other hand, if you're Dallas, you have to be ecstatic. But now all you have to do is protect the ball. The last thing you want to do is turn it over and give it right back to the Jets. But they got 3 minutes and 10 seconds and counting to run out the clock as much as they can.
It's Ferguson.
Well, Ferguson does get 2 yards, but the thing now is just to run the clock down as much as you possibly can.
Credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost.
All right, so, yep, they run the clock down as much as they can before they can see what they're going to do. Are they going to run it to the left? Nope, they fake it. And whoa, that was a big risk, but it paid off. Yeah, they should run the ball, but I guess they wanted to pass to set up the run. And it worked out because CeeDee Lamb came up with that big catch. If he drops it, or worse, it gets intercepted, you know, we're talking a different game here. But he does come up with it. Although this is going to take us up to the 2-minute warning. And at this point, it is 10-7 Dallas.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
They hand it off.
It's Pollard.
Pollard.
Is a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively.
Yeah, Dallas is in field goal range, but the thing is, they want to try to run out the clock. That's the thing, because they have the lead. They just don't need the last thing. How do I put this? They have the lead, but they don't necessarily need a field goal. They're just trying to run out the clock as much as they possibly can. They hand it off, though.
Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And do they get the first down?
The Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts.
Well, that's one time. That's the second timeout used up by the Jets.
Fourth quarter of play.
All right, 3rd and 1. So if Dallas gets this first down, for all intents and purposes, this is it.
3rd down and 1.
If the Jets are going to have any chance, they got to stop them dead.
Going to run again here with Pollard.
They don't.
And he will have a Cowboys first down, and that should be that. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
All right, so once they start, now they can run out the clock. Are they going to run it or just take the knee?
And
They'll take the knee.
Here.
Yeah, well, the thing is, Dallas is ahead. They could try to score a touchdown, but the thing is, they have what they need. The last thing they want to do is risk it and get intercepted, or even worse, give up a pick 6. Welcome back to the show there, Mr. Sly Cooper. And, all right, not a bad run. 3rd and 4.
Following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
I like it. I like the call.
So the Dolphins will play after this game. In fact, they are 55 seconds plus away from doing that. Well, it looks like Big Brother has avenged Little Brother's team of the Panthers.
The Cowboys on their
Yeah, I was wondering if AJ's still in the chat, but
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off.
let me see.
I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow.
Well, it's going to be the Falcons
Not a work of
at
art,
the
but
Dolphins.
maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
Yep, it's going to be the Falcons at the Dolphins. So the Dolphins and the Falcons will go head to head.
Charles, this was by no means an offensive track meet. I mean, the defenses were the story in this ball game, but hey, they got enough points to get the job done, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. In such a low-scoring game, it completely changes everything you had planned to do out there. Fortunately for them, they got just enough scoring to bring home the win. And in this type of a game, to play their defense, that became one of their biggest keys.
So congratulations to the Dallas Cowboys as they advance to the next round. And for the Jets, they are out.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.
So the Cowboys do it. And as for... take a look at some of the player stats here really quick. So while Azriel didn't play as well as he would have hoped, I mean, he has an interception to his name, whereas Elmeister did well, but unfortunately, the rest of his team just couldn't get it. They couldn't get the job done. And Breece Hall had the best game for the most part, although you could probably say that Deuce Vaughn had it because he had the most yards per carry. Hey, what's up, Alex? You missed your game, but anyway, there you see Alex Ghost right there. So Alex Ghost, the character, got 3 catches for 49 yards, and you got 16.3 yards per reception. So that's pretty good. However, it was Garrett Wilson who had that touchdown reception for the Jets. Oh yeah, and it was Tony Pollard who had a rushing touchdown for the Cowboys. And of course, Mekhi Becton Sr. allowed a sack, so that kind of didn't help their cause. And then Chuck Clark had that interception. And then last but certainly not least, we have Patty Chase with a field goal that was made and was responsible for the 3 points that put the Cowboys ahead and gave them the win. But yeah, final score 10-7 Dallas. Oh, you did? Oh, awesome, Alex. Well, anyway, you were with the Jets, but unfortunately the Jets just got beat. So, for all intents and purposes, your team's out. So, but you did well to get this far. I mean, you beat the Panthers to get there, but you lost to the Cowboys. But now it's time for our next game. It's now time for the Dolphins, or rather for the Falcons, to face off against the Dolphins. All right, so Falcons will be on the road. Okay. Let me not sure if AJ is still in the chat, but let me let him know. And then Sly Cooper says, "Hey, Alex Ghost." All right, so Primetime. Let's see. Primetime says the Dirty Birds will try to shut out the Dolphins' passing offense. Oh, you know what? I almost forgot. I almost forgot. I gotta put Joker in the starting lineup. And the same could be said, and the same for Atticus. I almost forgot to put them in the starting lineup. I got to do that. His car's extended warranty? I have some in-character stuff to discuss with him. Well, I reached out to AJ just to let him know really quickly. All right, so let's get the new center, Brooklyn Joker. All right, AJ, it's time for the Dolphins to come on in, but before I do that, I got to put Joker in the starting lineup for the Falcons. And for the Dolphins, install the new halfback, and yep, he's already installed, but I had to make sure. And then Atticus says to AJ, check the Skype DMs, please, when you can. Hey, I'm ready. Wait. Wait. Me and AJ? Or does it have anything to do with in-character stuff? Or are you talking about this game? Because I'm ready for this game, though. All right. I had to help my... And then AJ says, yes, I'm sorry. I had to help this game. Okay. He says, "I am sorry, I had to help family carry up groceries." Well, you're just in time because your team is up next. So the Dolphins are hosting. They are the 3rd seed. Whereas the Falcons are the 6th seed. And then I'll check to see if the last game can be played. If not, yeah. In that case, I'll save the other 2 games. That being the Commanders at the Packers and the Saints at the Jaguars. I'll save that for part 2, Jose. And the reason why is because in the case of Mike Wasson, I got to edit him in order for him to be at the level he needs to be in order for the Jaguars to have any chance of taking on the Saints. And the same can be said for the Commanders when it comes to Damian Shelley going from a kicker to a linebacker. So those 2 games will be saved for part 2, just for that reason alone. And just out of fairness, really. But in this case, this game can still be played. And that would be the Falcons at the Dolphins, though. All right, here we go. Yeah, we'll go with this. And we'll go with clear for the weather. All right. So, for Atticus, for AJ, and for Primetime, it's time. All right, so I'll go over who's in the lineup, and then I'll let those who are in the game know that they are up. And we'll start with the team that gets the ball first, though. If you interact with the weather, does it affect the gameplay? Yeah, it does. Like if it's raining, for example, then the field will be soaking wet. And if you're playing on a surface that is real grass, then it becomes like mud. You'll start to slip. So then it just becomes a game of, can you have the best traction? Then basically the players with the better traction will be able to run. So yeah, the weather does affect the gameplay, like whether it's snowing or raining, or whether it's windy. And then it depends on how much wind there is. And it also depends on whether you're in a dome stadium.
The summer humidity has given way to an absolutely gorgeous fall afternoon here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Miami
All right, here we go.
Dolphins.
So it's going to be Atlanta receiving the kick, which means that Miami will get it to start the second half. But yeah, AJ, have you waited so long for this moment? I imagine you are. Yes, there are out-of-country stadiums, so if you ever decide to invoke that right, that is if you're the home team. If you're not the home team, you don't get that right. And, of course, there you see the guy that was acquired via a trade, and that was Blaze, B-L-A-Z-E, Blaze, as he's going to kick it off.
And we are underway from Miami.
And they'll get the stop at the 26. Not a bad return for Cordell Patterson. Or Cordarrelle Patterson.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
Oh, yeah. So to start off with, we have the Atlanta Falcons. The quarterback, Najee,
where you just sit back and
What seed is Dallas? Dallas is the 2 seed. The Green Bay Packers are the 1 seed, but you're the 2 seed. Is Dallas. So unless you face off against the Packers, the road to the Super Bowl is going to have to go through Dallas. Outside of if you have to fight the Packers instead, although that's highly unlikely because
They'll come out throwing here.
Oh, intercepted! Jalen Ramsey with an interception, showing us that he still has it during his time with the Rams. But wow, what a catch! What a play by Jalen Ramsey for the Dolphins. I was just about to talk about the Falcons, but now we turned it over to Tua.
Their quarterback from Alabama at the helm.
All right, so I guess we'll talk about the Dolphins then.
Let's find a way to make a big play, because when you get a sudden change situation and that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly,
pizza pockets. I guess it depends on it depends on the flavor, really. But I used to like those as a kid, but then I kind of got tired, and because I would eat so many of them, I eventually got tired of it. But you know, more power to you, obviously. And that's not a slight. That's just me saying that, hey, I liked them when I was little, but I was like,
and that will bring up second down.
Anyway. Pepperoni, awesome. All right, so for the Dolphins, you have the new running back, Atticus Black. You have an offensive tackle in Deidre Lewis, a.k.a. Munchie. You have A.J. Cool Kid himself as a defensive tackle. Oh, yes, that's right. Hey, if you can make home-made ones, I'll eat those. Those are good. And a completion to... Oh, that was Atticus Black who made a reception. I mean, just because Atticus is a running back does not mean he can't act as a wide receiver. So you have A.J. Cool Kid as a defensive tackle. You have Blaze as the punter / kicker, and you have me, T.J. Toad, as a tight end. And for the Falcons, you have
the opening drive. It continues, Charles.
The Dolphins chose violence. What? So for the Falcons, you have at offensive guard Blaze McCoy, wide receiver Diamond Light, quarterback Najee Firefox. You have the GM primetime Sean Sanders at cornerback, and finally the newest acquisition, Brooklyn Joker at center. All right, so I'm going to let those folks know that they are in.
Loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 5-yard
Oh, yeah,
line,
they
now
absolutely
second and
do.
goal.
But in this case, you're going back and forth between yourself and Mozart in this case. Because this was before A-Chain proved himself to be a force later that year. So in other words, A-Chain wasn't a proven commodity yet at the time.
Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
All right.
Line of scrimmage is the 2 here on third and goal.
They hand it off.
Run this one in. And he gets halfway there.
Oh no. Oh, awesome, though. Oh, no. I'm afraid we have a major injury with Deidre Lewis, i.e. Munchie, and it looks like Munchie's hurt. Oh, that's a bad loss because we'll see how bad the injury is, but for protection's sake, that's not good. That's not good.
The offense is staying out there.
Oh, they're going to go for it. It's 4th and goal at the 1.
They'll try and run for it.
But unfortunately, they do not get it. They don't get it.
Stop him up short on 4th and goal.
And of course, Azrael very upset that he won't get to see Munchie. And the Dolphins kind of wish that they had, because they don't even get any points.
Someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it.
I mean, and credit to the I mean, let's not take anything away from the Falcons. They needed to stop, and they got it. But however, they are pinned in their 3-yard line, so now it's going to be up to the defense to come up with another big play. But if they can do that, that's going to give Miami a chance to get back the ball. But let's see what they do here. They hand it off, and they get about only 2 yards on that one, but they get some breathing room.
He gets maybe 3.
And that's frustrating for a defense, because they've got them pinned down deep, and on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Here's 2nd and 7. They're going to look to throw.
Goes for the throw. Ooh, almost got intercepted again. But in this case, it's 3rd and 7.
Couldn't reel that one in.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. On 3rd down, he'll drop to
And
throw.
Najee, wow, big play. Oh, that's got to be a big play for the Atlanta Falcons, because they went from possibly getting punting in their end zone to now a 1st and 10 at the 31. That's a huge play for them to complete.
And the person calling the plays, they're not shutting him down early in this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now back to throw.
And another completion. And they got it to Drake London.
The 45 at the 44. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one.
I mean, Miami got an interception. They had all the momentum going into the goal line. Then they lose Munchie, and then they don't even make they don't even get the touchdown or get any points at all. And now it's like the life was sucked out of this place. Well, if the Dolphins are going to get back in this, they got to snap out of it and make a play. And obviously, if you're Atlanta, you want to keep this momentum up. And that's exactly what they intend to do, to their credit. 2nd and 6 at the 48. And an incompletion. 3rd and 6.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
All right.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
And another reception. I mean, to Atlanta's credit, just when you think you have them down, you don't.
That one good for 6.
And of course, this time he gets it to Diamond Light, And Dynamite with his second reception and a big one.
Broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 36. He'll look to throw.
And Najee flushed out of the pocket.
Steps away to his
Oh,
left.
gets by one guy. What kind of tackling was that? That was a come on, number 8. Wow, number 8 had the angle on him, and yet Najee was able to just blow by him. I mean, let's not take anything away from Najee, because Najee did exactly what he had to do. But come on, man. Even I could have done a better tackle than that. That was just poor tackling. I mean, in the words of Vince Lombardi, what the hell's going on out here?
They'll set up a throw.
And,
It's caught.
well, caught, but not in the end zone just yet. 2nd and goal at the 3. All right. All right, there we go. I invited all I needed to invite, so now we can I can call the game freely now. And
It's caught.
it's caught.
Mac
Hollins with a catch, and Atlanta has quieted this crowd.
Good bounce back drive.
And of course,
right there, through the pick on drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
And of course, the head coach, I forget his name already, but the head coach not very happy with his defensive coordinator, especially after that, yeah, exactly, that pathetic display of defense. Outside of AJ Cool Kid himself, because come on, he's AJ. What do you expect? But outside of AJ, he can't do it all by himself. He needs help. Exactly.
And that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead.
Because like I said, outside of AJ, like nobody else on defense was stepping up. Like, come on. And also, don't forget that poor tackling. That poor display of tackling on the part of number 8. I didn't see who number 8 was, but that was just bad. Arthur Smith. Wait, Arthur Smith? I thought Arthur Smith was the coach for the Falcons, not the player who made the bad play.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
And then AJ's like, come on, team, get it together.
So
but as that happens, Tua's going to come back in.
Last time they had it 4th and goal.
Josh Daniels. Oh, yeah, that's the coach for the... Yeah, Daniels was not very happy with his defensive coordinator, and why would he not be? I would be terribly upset too if my defense did what they did and they just completely folded.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do.
Well, let's see what the offense does. They do a jet sweep. Oh, nice reverse. Oh, still on his feet, but he doesn't get very far.
They need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. A gain of 3.
I think I got to get back into this for Munchie.
This one's succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Looking to pass. Tua
with a completion.
And brought down, but not before reaching.
But this time they finally get some positive plays out. Yeah, the Falcons do have speed on defense, but that time precision beat out speed.
Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going
Anyway,
to
nice catch there. I didn't see who caught it, but
and the end result
it was number 3.
Nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They hand it off. They got it to Atticus Black, but we have a flag. Let's see what this is. A holding against Miami, and it was by Isaiah Wynn. Well, unfortunately, Wynn just lost him 5 yards because now that's going to be a 1st and 15. And that's another thing if you're Miami. The last thing you want to do is commit penalties and put yourself in a position where you're not going to be able to get a 1st down, all because of that. But it's 1st and 15. Fakes the handoff. Oh, he's going to run. He's going to run. And he gets, I got to say this, though. Tua made a great run. And, of course, AJ with that face.
A big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. On play action, here's Tua.
Tua with a completion.
He's got his man on the outright.
Oh, he got it to Atticus Black. I got to say, Atticus, you're definitely pulling. Oh, no, wait. Oh, I'm sorry. That was not Atticus. That was me. Number 19, TJ Toad. No, Atticus is number 13. I'm number 19. I'm sorry. No, it was actually me who caught it. My bad. So, yeah, I stepped in and did the job.
They'll run straight ahead with Wilson.
All right, so Wilson gets a run for 5 yards. Not a bad way to get 5 yards out of that. No, I'm number 19. I realized, oh wait, that's me who did that. Yeah, so far Sean is doing pretty well shutting him down. And even if he does give up a play, he doesn't give up a very big one. And that was a bad pass.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Tua sets up to pass.
All right, so Tua with a completion. Does he get in? He does! Finally, the Dolphins score! And hey, what's up, Blade Charge? And by the way, Blade Charge, you did so well in your game, in the game previous to this one, but you did so well in your debut as a Dallas Cowboy. But anyway, how's it going there, Cowboy Blade Charge? And as that happens, the Dolphins respond with a score, and now the crowd is back in it.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter
well,
number 2.
and it looked like on the replay that Sean Sanders was not protecting or guarding against Tyreek Hill. In fact, he wasn't covering him. Somebody else was. So Miami recognized that Sean Sanders was covering the other option, and that just left Tyreek Hill open. And Tyreek and Hill was able, to his credit, power through and get to the end zone. And he gets him at the 24. Okay, not a bad start there for Atlanta. But now we're going to find out if the defense for Miami can redeem themselves.
Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On first down,
all right, so Najee gets flushed out of the pocket, and it looks like AJ was trying to get to him.
Oh, he had a man open.
Yep. I don't know if you saw that, but AJ was right there to try to get Najee. And even though Najee and AJ are teammates on the DWO, but for this season, they're on opposite teams, and they can go head-to-head. So AJ, you were trying to get to Najee. Anyway, there you see AJ, and in fact, two guys are trying to stop him.
It's caught on the right side by
That should tell you everything you need to know about AJ, in that it's taking two guys to stop him. But anyway, nice play there by Robinson to get it to 3rd and 4 at the 31.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And, try to go for a big play, but instead
He's going to be out up around the 45-yard
a
line.
completion to Algier for 14 yards. Yeah, it can be a tense game, but yeah, Joshua, I'm going to save your game for part 2, and same thing for Jose, your good friend. But the only thing I will tell you is that it's going to be the Commanders at the Washington Commanders at the Green Bay Packers. And the other game is going to be the Saints, the New Orleans Saints at the Jaguars.
To throw again.
And Najee flushed out of the pocket, is going to have to make a run for it, and is forced out of bounds, and will get a 2nd and 2.
8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Yeah, there you see AJ, number 12.
The surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage.
Oh, I get it. AJ's on the field, so you probably wouldn't say anything.
Back to throw.
Oh, wow, what a catch!
That'll get him the first down.
Well, I'll tell you what, though, the defense for Miami is doing much better in the sense of they're at least putting in the effort.
Nice completion there.
It's just that Atlanta just finds a way to get it to continue to is able to continue the drive is what I'm trying to get at. Sorry. All right, 1st and 10 at the 39 past midfield, and wow, what a throw and what a catch! Again, the effort's there. It's just Atlanta is just picking them apart. And once again, a great catch there by Drake London. But yeah, but either way you slice it, I mean, Joshua is, objectively speaking, not wrong. If the Dolphins can't stop it, if they can't get a stop here, the Falcons can take the lead going into the half. Of course, Atticus and AJ is like, come on, defense, we got to work harder. And Atticus is like, well, come on, defense. Whereas Primetime is like, we're too legit to quit.
They'll look to throw here.
Oh, wait a minute. Well, he was about to get sacked had he not thrown it away. And that he also didn't throw it into the hands of a Miami Dolphin. All right, well, they got one incompletion out of that one, but
so now 2nd and 10.
Let's see how the Falcons respond after that one.
They'll look to throw.
Well, they get the pass off, and they get about 6 yards on that one, and another timeout used up. However, Atlanta is down to 1 timeout, so they'll have to hold on to it until they absolutely need to use it. And the fans are chanting, defense, defense. Let's see what happens here.
Looking to throw.
And Najee with a lot of time, but then gets flushed out of the pocket.
Flush to his right.
And
He's brought
that's going
down
to force a
short.
fourth down
2
and a
yards
timeout
there.
being
He
used
is
up.
good.
Okay.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with
Well,
just over
that's going
40
to,
seconds to go.
yep, that's going to set up coup, K-O-O, coup, to possibly set up for a field goal. But the Dolphins also have to be aware and not fall for the fake field goal trick.
From the right hash, and this one just a chippy.
But in this case, it is legit. So the Falcons do take the lead with a field goal. You would much rather give up a field goal than a touchdown and only be down by 3.
So they're able to end that
Yeah,
drive
to
with 3
James's
points in
credit,
this one-possession
from an
ball
observing
game.
standpoint, yes, the Dolphins are putting the pressure on the field, and they managed to get, they only gave up a field goal for that. But
punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
all right, so now the Dolphins have about 40 seconds to score a touchdown or a field goal, and that's going to depend on how far they can get down the field. They do start with the ball in the second half, so it's not like they. So in other words, it's like getting a mulligan. But they'll start at the 29.
The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room. Here's Tagovailoa on first.
All right, so Tua gets an open guy. All right, so not bad. Got 6 yards, but then Miami uses a timeout of their own. So they got 1 timeout left, and it is 29 seconds. 2nd and 4 at the 35.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Tagovailoa working out of the Tua, another completion. Wilson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Dolphins will use the last.
Oh, you mean a turnover, not a turnaround? No, a turnaround is good, but no, I think you meant to say a turnover. Turnover. Hold on. Turnover. No, a turnover would be bad for Miami. Obviously, it would be good for Atlanta and all. Oh, they're going to go deep. He's going deep. Did he get it? He got it. Touchdown, Miami.
As the first half is winding down.
Second one for Tyreek Hill. And Miami takes the lead. 13-10 with an extra point to come. What a throw!
They get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch.
Wow, what a catch! Well, first of all, he catches it, stays in bounds, and stays in long enough so he can get in. What a play!
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point.
Well, as long as the defense limits the Falcons to field goals, you guys should be all right. But on the other hand, as Atticus says, you don't let Tyreek get hot.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill.
And obviously, if you're Atlanta, you cannot be too happy about that, especially Arthur Smith. But now the Falcons have 16 seconds to make something happen. And the worst part is Miami's going to start with the ball at the beginning of the second half.
Not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Yeah, you weren't covering Tyreek Hill. Somebody else was, and unfortunately they are exploiting that.
Pass there, call it to 26.
Man. And well, of course, AJ's out there
for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. And to their credit, that's what they should do.
Second down and 6 now. They'll set up to throw.
And well, nice, well defended.
Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
He did a fine job there of not hitting.
And obviously, Atlanta is too legit to quit. They just have to figure out a way to,
when you're going to get him, sometimes
you know, they have to be
because
resilient. They have to show resilience.
Instead, in this case,
As Miami has since taken over the lead. Well, they do get the they get the reception and they get a first down, and they have 2 seconds left to have one final play going into the half.
Down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play.
All right, final play of the half. What do they get? Nope, nothing.
And it falls down incomplete. So we reach halftime.
All right, so that's the end of the first half, and at the end of one half, it is 14-10 Miami. Big Ben, Hail Mary.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Dolphins got some strong play out of their quarterback, number 1, Tua Tagovailoa. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
All right, here we go. And then, obviously, if you're, for Atticus and for Atticus, AJ, and the Dolphins, this is their chance to, as Atticus pointed out, blow the door open to get some more points.
No run back here to begin the half, and we will start.
Preferably a touchdown, but a field goal will make it a 7-point game, and that will force Atlanta to have to score a touchdown.
This offense set to begin the third quarter.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I'm hoping that for your sake, Arthur Smith does the right thing and puts you on Tyreek Hill. Because if he does, I have a feeling that Arthur Smith is going to get put through a table. And I have to think that Sean Sanders is going to be the one that puts him through a table.
So they truly have a control in this ball game.
All right, Tua flushed out of the pocket and then has to throw it away because, well, obviously he figured if he doesn't do it, he would have gotten sacked, or even worse, it would have been intercepted.
That was close to grounding, but it's second down.
I'll laugh if he does and we start throwing to the other side. Well, let's see what happens, though. All right, so 2nd and 10 at the 25. Tua flushed out of the pocket again. Oh!
It's Hill, complete.
He got him to Hill. Nobody picked him up. I mean, they were trying to get to Tua, but instead, Tua was able to get it to Hill. And Hill has, he's only got 3 receptions, but he's over 100 yards, and 2 of those other receptions are touchdowns.
We are not slowing him down.
So, in other words, he's having a near Randy Moss. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, number 87, Munchie's back in the game. Munchie's back in. I just noticed Munchie's back in. And another one. Although this time it's Achan, not Tyreek Hill. No, that's Achan who got it. Well, it looks like Miami is still, even though Achan is 3rd on the depth chart, they have him in those packages where Achan is a featured portion of that playbook. So Achan contributing as far as the playbook is concerned, despite being 3rd on the depth chart. All right, so 1st and 10.
Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll go down.
Well, Tyreek finally taken down.
Only able to gain a couple there.
And let's see who, I didn't see who got to tackle him. Hold on. Number 3? I can't see him. His name was back to me. Oh, that was Bates who caught him. Well, well, as far as, Atlanta is concerned, they better hope that Jake Bates has finally gotten enough of Hill to know what he has to do to stop him. But on the other hand, how do you stop Atticus Black as he runs in for 5 yards? I mean, I know 5 yards ain't much, but given that their team has the lead, I mean, that does 2 things. It gets them closer to a first down. It gets him closer to a touchdown, but it keeps the clock running. Tua?
He's got it. Touchdown.
Oh,
Dolphins.
and it's a triple for Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill just absolutely killing the Falcons.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles.
Tyreek just absolutely killing the Dolphins.
Decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because
I mean, I got to ask AJ as well as Atticus. Any thoughts on Tyreek Hill?
And you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Point after, right down the middle, and that makes it a 21-10 game.
Outside of the fact that I know that Atticus says never let Tyreek get hot. Well, unfortunately, he is hot. Well, that is if you're Atlanta. I have no idea, but then again, this is, Arthur Smith is not exactly the sharpest knife in the drawer. I mean, we're a far cry from, the Atlanta Falcons' last Super Bowl appearance. This is not your, what was his face? This wasn't a,
off it goes.
I forgot his name. The quarterback for, the quarterback that, Matt Ryan. That's it, Matt Ryan. We're a far cry from the Matt Ryan years where the Falcons were perennial contenders now. I mean, that seems to long be gone.
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now...
I mean, they're still good enough to challenge for the division out of character. They're still good enough to challenge for, out of the division, but outside of that, it's like... Atlanta hasn't been the same ever since they lost that Super Bowl.
They begin the drive with Robinson.
And sadly, they never recovered. Oh, no, wait a minute. Atlanta might have just woken up.
Inside the 20.
And just like that, it is now a one-score game. And obviously, if you're the Dolphins, the last thing you wanted to do was give up a big play, and that's exactly what they did.
The slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be
I mean, of
very
course, you have to give a
difficult
big
catch
assist
and
to
corral.
Joker, given he is the newest center, along with Blaze McCoy. I mean, those boys in the front gave...
Gonna tell the offense to stay put.
Oh, wait a
Going for
minute.
2.
They're going to go for 2. Let's see if they get it.
Try and throw for it. And no,
They don't get it.
falls
It's still a
incomplete.
5-point game.
So the 2-point conversion, no good.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years.
Brother Bijan McCoy. How's it going there, Blaze?
To throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at
Yeah, Blaze, how do you feel about being on the
May bear out that running
on the
ball
Falcons there?
will at least be the equal
But
of throwing it
aside
in
from that, though, it's
situation.
great to see you, Blaze. And Tammy Martinez is here, i.e. Amanda Rose in the chat. I wonder if Tammy is interested in playing in being in the game. I do have women on the show. Oh no, wait a minute. Well, Tyreek Hill does not get it to the 25. He gets it to the 23. But up to see A-Town up with the town. Yeah, so as Primetime said, yeah, he drafted Blaze McCoy because he knew he was going to need some of that Pittsburgh Steelers mentality to rub off on the Dirty Birds to give them the edge. You're an offensive guard.
You're exactly right.
Actually, let me take a look here. You're the left guard. Yep, left guard. Thank you. But right now you're on offense and the defense is out there, and who else shows up to get that reception? Number 19, your boy Toad. I would have put 22, but 22 was already taken, so I had to take 19. So
a lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow
so yeah, I got a reception myself.
You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination.
And Primetime says that Blaze McCoy, the player, is pancaking people. I mean, that's exactly what he did, especially in that big play that Atlanta just got to get to within one score.
How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch? And then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed,
yeah, because you're a big guy now. But yeah, when you were much younger, I imagine you were a wide receiver. Then you also probably could play tight end if you needed to. Also, Blaze, if you're interested in being a GM, let me know, and I'll make you a GM then. And as for the Jags game, also King Ace, next part two is when the Jags will be out. So you'll be part of that doubleheader on part 2. So I just want to at least let you know about that part there, Mr. King Ace. And Tyreek Hill with 6 receptions there.
We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
Wilson with a first down carry.
And Wilson gets 3 yards, but that's all he gets. 3 yards and a cloud of dust.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides.
Number 14, yeah, number 14.
Okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough.
Miami's doing a great job not testing primetime. So if nothing else, what that does do is, even though Miami doesn't have as many options. Anyway, there you see Munchie back in the lineup. I guess Munchie just needed some time to recover, and she is. But I always wondered, what would happen if Tammy was in there? Would she run over people? She probably would. I mean, she could probably run over a bunch of normal-sized dudes. I imagine she's fought some dudes and beat them up, especially in high school. Of course, I'm just simply raising Tammy's profile.
And this is put right on him, and he's able to pick up a first down.
Anyway, they'll go for a run, but they only get 2 yards on that one. So Atlanta at this point is just dialing up their defense against the run. Yeah, I'm willing to bet, Tammy, you probably beat up a bunch of normal-sized dudes. Anyway, well, that's the end of the third quarter, and at the end of 3, it is 21-16 Miami. Game is not over yet.
Now in Miami, it's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. Second down and 8.
And they run it on the right, and Atticus! Nope, Atticus is 1 yard short, but he gets it to a 1st and goal at the 1. I'll tell you what, though, I truly understand why AJ wanted Atticus on his team. He knew that with Atticus and his will to win, that the Dolphins would have a greater chance of going far into the postseason.
So 1st and goal, 6
you know, past the second round, going into the third, and going to the Super Bowl. And wait, who caught that?
Touchdown, Miami.
I didn't see who. Oh, that was me. I got my first touchdown. After a billion years, after a billion seasons on the Madden series, I get my first touchdown. I've never gotten a touchdown before. I've never gotten a touchdown, and after 17 seasons, I finally get a touchdown. So I'm not TJ Toad. I'm TD Toad.
Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Point after here coming up. And this one gives his guys a 12.
But yeah, Blaze, if you're interested in being a GM, especially for your Steelers, let me know. I'll put you down, but if not, that's okay. That's all right. But the Dolphins do make this much, much difficult for the Falcons. And for the Falcons, I got to say, as far as primetime is concerned, I got to give him some credit because he did a great job putting his team together and putting together a team that
the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Probably
On the return, here's a
probably 1,000 Mario coins, I guess, which is worth more than, you know, traditional money, but that's just me being silly.
Atlanta now coming out on
Excuse
the
me.
field. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Of course, that's because you're division rivals, I imagine.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered.
So look, there's your Mario coin.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
All right, so 2nd and 10. Well, if Atlanta's going to win, they're going to have to score a touchdown and then get a stop and then score another touchdown, which, with the amount of time that's left, it's not impossible, but it's very improbable. Although, so yeah, unless Atlanta can actually pull this off.
But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage.
So yeah, unless Atlanta pulls this off, I have a feeling that Primetime is going to put Arthur Smith, the head coach of the Falcons, through a table. And that was an incompletion, though.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected,
They're going to go for it.
To keep the drive alive.
And they don't get it.
They cannot convert.
Smith could not hold on to the ball.
The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some
And of
things
course,
done on
Tyreek Hill
defense. But now,
with 6
if they take
receptions
an overall
and
down
half
team
of
with the
them
ball, guess what?
are
Going to 4-minute
touchdown
offense, maybe they can
receptions.
put
So
this thing away.
he's had a very productive day. Sure, not a lot of catches, but 6 catches and half of them are touchdown receptions. You can't beat that.
From the 32 now,
And I think
here's
Primetime's going to get the
1st and 10.
tables. But before he does, he's on the field right now.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And they move
And this time it's
all the way
Jalen
down
Waddle.
to the 9. Call that a very strong game.
Not to be confused with Mr. Waddles.
The game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now Tua.
And Tua with a completion.
It's complete. A gain of 7 that
Well, you
time.
get 7,
Second
and
goal.
it's 2nd goal at the 2. I mean, right now, Miami's just going to pour it on, which they don't really have any reason to do so, but given that they are up by more than 1 score, they can afford to do that. Whereas in the previous game, it was close. It was a 3-point game, and the Cowboys had to be very careful. But here, Miami can take a little bit more chances, and Tua was able to throw it away before he got sacked.
Quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
They hand it off. And who scores it? This time, Atticus blows it open.
Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Dolphins have put this
I gotta say, well, look at AJ. Look at AJ shaking what his mama gave him.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator, and they pushed the
Look at
lead
this.
up to 3 scores.
I mean, great blocking there by Hunt and by number 87, Munchie, who was able to get back in the game after having to step out for quite some time. Because I'm getting jiggy with it. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. He's getting jiggy with it. Na 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 na. Hey, Arkham 500, what's up, man? Well, as you can see, AJ is getting jiggy with it. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Oh, that's right. I forgot. You're a big fan of the Dolphins. Well, it's too bad that Louis Lefanquer was drafted by the Packers. But then again, he was the reason why the Packers were champions last season. So it worked out for him. But and then before that, with the Saints. But yes. Wait a minute. Arkham, are you going to get jiggy with it? Na 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 na.
Charles,
I love that song.
This offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more.
Well, at least as far as AJ's concerned, with him getting jiggy with it, there's no wonder why he's the greatest dancer. You wonder why.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Oh, wait a minute.
The ball comes out.
AJ causes a fumble, and the Dolphins score again. The Dolphins are just pouring it on. Tyndall with a fumble recovery. Let's take a look at that replay again. The Dolphins are dominating, much like they did in 1972 and to some degree in 1973. Look at this. Wait, I didn't see who number 15 was. Oh, yeah, that's right. AJ's number 12. But that was Phillips who forced a fumble. Yeah, you'll be a free agent. Although in this case, let's see. Let me just check really quickly among the teams that are still alive. So far, only the Jaguars and the Packers have a free agent signing that they can use. So it is possible we could have Jose pick you up or Clinton pick you up.
And that will bump the lead up to 26.
But we'll find out what happens after that. After the second round, I should say. Excuse me. But man, and Arthur Smith, I mean, he knows that he's 2 minutes and 18 seconds away from being put through a table. And that game was for Munchie. Well, I don't know if you saw, AJ, but Munchie was able to recover. I don't know if you saw her, but she's back in the game. Although I wouldn't be surprised if she was benched, if only because, well, look at the lead they have. So I wouldn't be surprised if they rest the starters right now.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
But for Miami, this is the most lopsided victory that they've had. And oh wait, we got to play here. What's this?
Across the 25.
And that was a holding against the Falcons, and that's going to set them back at the 16.
They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Come on. 60 Bison.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
All right, well, they get the dump-off pass, and the tight end gets by one guy but cannot get by a second, but he does get 8 yards on that. Kyle Pitts. 2 yard, or not 2 yard, but rather the 2-minute warning. And at the 2-minute warning, it is 42-16 Miami.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. From the 24 now, here's second and a couple. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And they go for a pass, but it's incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Well, this time they do get a completion. And they got it to Diamond Light. That's only his third catch. I will say this, though. Miami did a great job limiting the damage that Diamond Light was able to have, because I imagine if they don't do that, if they don't keep a lock on Diamond Light could have just as easily been the one that got hot instead of Tyreek Hill.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
But yeah, for the teams that lose, they'll be put on the free agent market. And there's really, again, there's only 2 teams left that are still alive that could possibly pick up a free agent. If not, Oh well.
Give him that underneath stuff,
At least there's always next year.
Tackle them after
There's always next year.
Inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and
But as it
game
is,
out that way.
2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to
Oh, he's
throw.
going deep. And,
And here is a leaping.
oh wow, what a catch! But you have to wonder, well, wait a minute. Where was this type of offense earlier? I mean, of course, the Dolphins are celebrating now, but
now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage and puts points on the board. They have pride too on that side of the ball.
yeah, great catch there by Diamond Light. And I'm not sure if that was intended for Diamond Light, but there you see Blaze McCoy not too happy with the way things have gone, though you could definitely say that it wasn't him that was the reason that they lost. Far from it, really.
5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200.
Well, this time another completion and a timeout used up
Now the Falcons
by a catch by Kyle Pitts.
As they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Dumps this one off
and dumps it off, but does not get very far. In fact, they don't even get a gain on that. And then AJ says, oh no, I'm sorry, he already said that. My bad. Oh yeah, there's Nick Chubb. Oh yeah, that's right. Chubb was with the team, but then he got injured.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Or no, wait. I'm sorry, that was Kareem Hunt. Back with the Browns.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive.
All right, so 3rd and 10. Nice deflection there by the defensive backs there. I mean, at this point for Atlanta, all they have left is just to score a touchdown and make it a much closer game than it actually was, but
back to throw here.
And it's intercepted. And that's the 2nd interception for Jalen Ramsey. And well, that'll definitely clinch it. And Miami can just simply run out the clock at this point because it's done.
There's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel.
I'm like, Jalen Ramsey, he's still got it. He's still got that interception power.
Try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Yeah, absolutely. At one point, I thought that the Falcons were going to win after Munchie had gone down and after the Falcons had taken the lead at one point. But Miami turned it around. And for Arthur Smith, brother, I think it's time for you to face the music. I think it's time for you to get put through a table. But before you do that, well, at least he was a good enough sport to say to Mike McDaniel, hey man, you did a much better job coaching than I did. So at least you can give Arthur Smith that, but I think Arthur Smith is going to get put through a table by primetime. But yeah, Tyreek Hill with a big play. And right here, I thought for a moment Atlanta was going to make it a game, but then Miami just ran away with it.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South
That game was for Munchie. Well, Munchie will be back. Anyway, yeah, there you see Munchie, number 87. She is back, but But she'll be back in pristine condition when by the time we get to our next game. So with that, oh yeah, the Falcons are out. So now we're down to okay, there we go. We're now down to the Commanders, the Saints, the Jaguars, the Dolphins, Cowboys, and Packers. So we're down to 6, but we still need 2 games to go to complete round 2. And after round 2, we'll have another session of free agent signings among the teams that are still remaining, that is. Let's see. And of course, the 2 people and the 2 teams that have advanced are the Cowboys and the Dolphins, but they've already used up their free agent signings, so they won't have to worry about signing anybody new because they already got what they need. But let's take a look at the stats really quickly, just before we end off the show. So Tua had the best game that I've seen him play, either in real life or in video game form. And while Najee wasn't terrible, the 2 interceptions didn't help. He only had 1 touchdown, but Tua's 4 touchdowns was insane. Oh, no worries. We'll go through the stats really quickly. Atticus Black had 7 rushes for 22 yards and a touchdown. Yeah, he had a touchdown, did Atticus Black. The other guy that got a touchdown was Bijan Robinson, and this was during his rookie year, and he got and he had the best yards per carry by a long shot. And then, of course, not that far behind was Najee. But yeah, Atticus had a touchdown, which is just as important. Now, receiving, yeah, Tyreek Hill, without question, had the best game for Miami with 3 touchdown receptions. You can't beat that. I had a touchdown reception, but I only had 1. And then Devon Achane had the best yards per reception, but he only had 1 reception. And of course, Tyreek had the most receptions and receiving yards, so he had the best game. Whereas Jake Matthews had one of his worst games. He allowed a sack. But let's take a look at the defense really quickly. Total tackles, please. Nate Landman had the most tackles at 7. But let's see, where does primetime Sean Sanders come in? Oh, we'll get to you, AJ. You're a defensive player, though. Let's see, where's AJ? Or Sean Sanders? All right, so Sean Sanders had 1 tackle. He had 1 tackle. Sean Sanders had 1 tackle. And where's Cool Kid? Wait. So Cool Kid didn't even have 1 defensive stat. But then again, his presence, I'll just say this, AJ, even though you didn't record a stat, what you did do, because I was watching what you were doing as a defensive tackle, what I saw was that, what I would see was that you had 2 guys, you had 2 offensive tackles or offensive linemen stopping you, because they knew that if they didn't stop you, you would have gotten somebody. You would have gotten a sack. You would have gotten a fumble or something. But the fact is, they used 2 men to stop AJ. So that just tells you that AJ. That just means that they were scared of AJ, just as much as they were scared of Primetime by having the Dolphins throw away from him. So that just tells you that they feared AJ as much as they feared Primetime for different reasons. Yeah, you shut him down, but the thing was, whoever was supposed to shut down Tyreek Hill, they didn't do that. And then, of course, Blaze, he had, let's see, where's Blaze? Yeah, Blaze had 6 points. He made those extra points after touchdowns, and he contributed 6 points to that. Welcome back, Leo. And nobody punted, surprisingly. And nobody punt returned because nobody punted. All right. But no, if anything, the defense was, or not the defense, the offense was scared of you. They were scared of you. Your team actually played early in the show. This was the doubleheader, and it was the first game actually, Leo. So you already missed your game. So if you want to, you can go back and watch it. But you were on the Jets, lest you forget. But nonetheless, though, congratulations to the Miami Dolphins, as they are the 3rd seed. So there is a possibility that they could meet the Cowboys in the semifinals, and that's if the Packers make it to the semifinals. If not, there is just as much of a possibility that they could meet in the Super Bowl, and we could have a rematch of Super Bowl 6. A Super Bowl that was won by the Cowboys, by the way, back in 1970, for the 1971 season at that time. And for the Cowboys, that was their 2nd Super Bowl appearance, whereas for the Dolphins, it was their 1st. Of course, the story was that the Cowboys had been to the Super Bowl, but they weren't just content with being there. They wanted to win, whereas the Dolphins were kind of happy to be there, but the Cowboys wanted to win, and that was kind of how the Cowboys won that game. But who knows? But then again, who knows what we're going to wind up with when all is said and done? But on the other hand, AJ, everybody else contributed to the point where you didn't have to do everything. You didn't have to be the man. You just had to be one of the boys, and that's exactly what you were. And that's a good thing, by the way, as I'm saying. But yes, I trust that you will contribute and maybe even have a greater impact. I trust that. So part 2, we will see the Commanders at the Packers, and the Saints at the Jaguars. So those are the 2 games that we will get to see in part 2. This is part 1. And from all of us here, this is the Blue Toad to June 22, and between this and between resetting up my UFC 4 created fighters, especially after what just happened, I'll just have to I'll have to work on that off camera. And but also I got to get back to work tomorrow, because as great as I had as wonderful of a time as I had when it came to what's the word? This past week with a relaxing week, I got to get back into work shape. So, well, hey, you did the best you could. I just have to think that it was the play calling that failed, really. But on the other hand, But on the other hand, there was at one point I thought. At one point, I thought that the Dolphins were going to fall apart, and the Falcons would have been too legit to quit. But it happens. I have tested this game out several times, and the team that you think is supposed to win doesn't always win. That's why they say any given Sunday, anybody could win. And it was just as likely that the Falcons could have won as much as the Dolphins did, but it happens. It happens. I mean, heck, even at one point, I thought the Panthers were going to find a way to pull it out when they had their game against the Jets, but the Jets were able to make enough plays to win. But I don't think you failed. In fact, you did pretty well. You did pretty well. Well, that's something that will be addressed when we get to what is it, Madden 26. But aside from that, though, of course, I can't physically get rid of the head coach myself. I wish I could, but I can't. Only the game can do that. Or if you go into franchise mode, which I'm not going to touch, but aside from that, though, this is the Blue Toad to Jew 22, and I will get ready for this upcoming week, especially, like I said, I'm going back to work, so I thank you for the love and support and just being there. I appreciate it. Like, as a fan, that is. I appreciate it. So with all that said, have a good night. Do stay safe. And I will keep you guys posted on what's coming up. But one thing I will say is that next weekend on Saturday will be the Fire Pro November 2nd show. So definitely I look forward to that. Great show, RJ. Who's RJ? Wait, who's RJ? Oh, she meant T. Oh, I see. The R and the T were next to each other. TJ. All right, cool. I kind of figured it was a typo, but okay. Thank you, Patty. I appreciate that. All right. Have a good night, everybody. Take good care, and I will be back for some more. But in the meantime, I'll be working on this and UFC 4 with the fighters. Until then, have a good night, everybody.